Hi, I'm Anthony from Learning to Play the Guitar. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play Short Memory by Midnight Oil. This song has two main parts, a verse and a chorus, and the chorus part is used in the intro, so we'll start off with that. So the chorus uses arpeggios based around the chords B5 or the B power chord, a G power chord, AC/DC style, with the bass note being the G here on fret 3, to open D G strings, and an A chord, which I'll do the one finger version of A major, which is those four strings in the middle there. And then the second part of that is based around the E chord, E major, back to our sort of G power chord. With that too, I'll do a little mute on the edge of the A string, and then finally we have our one finger A again, and it alternates between the two, and there's a little tricks to it as well. So the B power chord, and we're going to go down, down, up to the G chord, down, down, up, then to the A, one finger for the A, skip a string, down, up, adding a second finger there to play a D on fret 3, and then we do a hammer on pull off there, and then back to the A note, which is on the G string there. So I'll do that again slowly. So we've got the B, G, A. One more time. So the second half is the same, except we start with an E chord instead of the B chord. So E major, but we're going to start with the B note, which is fret 2 there. So those three, same three strings, G again, and A. So one more time for the E version. So E, G, A. Yeah, so also watch the picking direction here. I'll mark that on the tab as well, but ensuring you got your downs and your ups in the correct order. Generally for me, my rule of arpeggio picking is I'll pick in the direction that the hand is moving. So if I'm going to pick down, my hand's moving down, I'll pick down, sorry. If I'm going to come back up, I'll pick up. So to me it's what I call like an outside pick, in terms of down and then up as we reverse back up towards the ceiling with the pick. So the intro is the B version, so the B, G, A, E, G, A, B again. Then we're into the verse, which is another arpeggio pattern. Fairly simple and very repetitive, and goes on for a very long time. So we're basically dealing with an E minor 7, the easiest way to play it on guitar, one of the easiest guitar chords. The whole thing is just one finger on fret 2 of the A string, making an E minor 7. And so what they do here is down on the E, so again the tab will pop up, so down, down, up on the D, and the second chord is I call it G sus, which is then 3-3-0 in tab land, G, C and a D, open D string, and down, down, up, again I'm just on the bass strings, and that just alternates between 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 groups each time. It goes round and round while the verse happens. To help control that a little bit, it can get a bit mushy sounding, as you can sort of hear even when I'm doing it slow. I even palm mute the E and the A strings very slightly with the edge of my hand down here, so adding a little bit of a palm mute effect. So the hand's just resting on the bridge down there. Otherwise it can get a bit messy sounding, but sometimes you might want that. So the chorus is the same as the intro, except there's a little bit of a structure thing to check out. So the first time round it goes double B, E, B, E, and then there's a riff which we'll get to. So we'll just run through what that involves. So what I mean by that is it's B, G, A, B again, A again, E, A, B, G, A, E. And so it's a little bit weird. So it's B, B, E, B, E when you're swapping your B's and your E's around. So At the end of the chorus there is a riff. There's two of those guys which I just played, of course. So that riff is first finger on fret 2. It's based on sort of an F sharp, sort of F sharp minor pentatonic with an extra D note chucked in. So fret 2, two of those guys, which is the F sharp note, and then we go to fret 4 on the A string. First finger now will jump down to an E, which is fret 2 on the D string. Number 4 there, same string, and then hop that third finger back up to fret 4, which is the C sharp on the A string, and then going to a little finger D, backwards and forwards twice. So 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, or F sharp, C sharp, E, F sharp, C sharp, D, C sharp, D, and that little sort of skippy rhythm on the end. And it's a good exercise in developing that little finger control, and keeping the fingers close to the fretboard too as you play it makes it smoother. And then that will take you back to the verse. So the second time round the chorus is the same as the first chorus, except there is an extra B and E stuck on the end. So it's B, G, A, B, G, A, E, G, A, B, G, A, E, G, A, B, G, A, E, G, A. But you can hear that in the song and you'll sort of work it out. So it's the same element. So, and then finally after the second chorus there is the guitar solo. So the solo is played over the verse arpeggios. So I'll do a little demo of that first maybe. So there's some weird stuff happening in there, it's quite cool, and after that where I stop it goes into the piano, and there's a bit more guitar stuff happening in the background with the piano, but the main chunk of the solo is what I just played. So note-wise, solo, so we're starting with fret 9, which is an E, and I'll play it up here on the G string, bit of vibrato on each of these notes, the long ones. Then we'll slide down my third finger, it's like a chromatic run, I'll probably go 7, 6, 5, and to a fret 4 B. So, and you can do pull-offs there if you like. And then there's another B note, same note again, another long note. And with these long B notes, there's a little bending sort of action happening there to make it sound sort of exotic and strange on both of those long B notes. Then there's a little 5/6 hammer on, which is that little guy there, which is just for one beat, and then little finger, I'll grab that up to the C, which is fret 8, and then hammer on pull off 7/8/7. Very Arabic sounding and exotics, I suppose. Then after that little bit, so I'll do it again, sorry. So 5/6/8, 7/8/7, 5/6. So all in that same area of the guitar neck. Then we've got this little 5/6/5, then 3/5/4, which is another long note. So that's not too crazy any of that, and again the tab will be there for you. Now it gets a little bit weird, a bit like something Alex License and Rush would almost play, very abstract and strange. It's just sort of shredding three notes, which are F, E, and D's, which is 13, 12, 10, and Tabland, just pull-offs on the first string. And there's basically groups of triplets, and so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 6 and 5, there's 11 of them, but basically it sounds like. So to work on that, if you're quite up to that speed, I'm just picking the first note, pull off, pull off. So each of those pull-offs, I'm looking down those notes there as we go through. And then the final bit after those bunch of pull-offs, 11 of them in triplets, we've got an E string, so a bit of punk noise there, and fret 22 on this guitar, it's the highest fret it has for like one beat, and then there's this really weird chord, and to me it sounds like it's like a one finger, it's sort of a D6 I'd call that, which is a bunch of fret 7 notes there. Yeah, so it's really sort of noisy and all distorted on the track. You can sort of hear it's quite sort of punk almost at the end. And then, so basically you're trying to coordinate a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that sort of effect, which is quite cool. And then finally after that there's a little chord here, which is an E minor bar chord at fret 7, which matches the piano, and then it sort of does a few of these E minor chords with the piano, and then the piano goes off and does a little piano solo based around E minor and that D6 chord, as I'm calling it, that fret 7 shape. Yeah, so but that's all the elements of the song. See how you go sticking all that together. It's a bit of a fun track to play. Really good arpeggio exercise track, so watch you picking down and up. Subscribe to the Learning to Play the Guitar YouTube channel for more lessons, and don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications when I upload a new video. You can also check out my books and more guitar lessons at learningtoplaytheguitar.net. Thanks for watching and keep practicing.